Hello, my name is Gavin Moon. I'm attending Mott Community College. For this informative speech, I'll be going over three important topics in today's society of psychology. This is for my communication and public speech class that I'm currently attending. So, within psychology, I'm going to go, and those are thoughts, feelings, and behavior. That is the main three things that psychology studies. The thoughts of someone before they might do an action, the feelings during the action, and then the behavior after the action or coincide with during it. Now, psychology is a wide variety of different things. We see this with misbehaving children, disobedience, insubordination, and it doesn't have to be all bad either. It can be with good things. The reason why we help the needy, or the reason why we may hold the door open for somebody, are all things that kind of click within our neurons in our brain. And that's the reason why we're all different as well. Now, psychology, I'm going to basically put down into 3 points. So these 3 points are communication, the overall I wouldn't say psychosis, but the overall psychology of who we are as a human being, and the ways that we need to be mindful of one another. So, this informative speech is just to give you an overall uh, demographic view of psychology. It's not, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of different things, but this is just going to be the overall stuff. So, starting off with just psychology, just, the thoughts and behaviors as stated prior. So, when we wake up, we have a routine. We've been on a routine. We wake up, eat breakfast, go on about our day, do the certain things that we do. Now, some might feel when this routine is broken that they're out of balance, and that's completely normal. It's like riding a bike and a pebble or whatever gets stuck in the gear, and then everything just starts to go. No, that's fine. But the reason why we begin to panic, the reason why our thoughts, feelings, and behavior begin to go on a chaos mode is because of a range of different things, which can be, let's say someone slams the door too hard or slams a cabinet. That could trigger, it's called being shell shocked back in the 50s and 60s, but now it's called PTSD. It's more developed now. Um, the overall psychology of trauma, or not even trauma, but pretty much just anything overall. Happiness is a big thing too. Just anything that involves thoughts, feelings, and behaviors is considered psychology. The way that we can go about, I would say, increasing the development of how we may feel towards something, if we're negative or positive about something, is communication. That is a big deal. Um, whether we may be cutting someone off on the road or having a disagreement with our significant other, communication is a big part to play. And the reason I'm taking this public speaking class is to get better insight with not only public speaking, but with communication. It is a big, big deal in my life, and I'm sure in everyone else's life. It makes things a heck of a lot easier if you're able to verbally or non verbally communicate how you're feeling. Um, a lot of the psychology behind communication is a lot of nonverbal cues. So when someone's sitting like this, or they may have their body more spread out, it can show that the person may be confident or the person may be feeling introverted and sad. We pick up on these with eyes and eyebrows, or the uncomfortability of someone's thumbs being up, like this, like I am right now. A lot of people miscommunicate someone's arms being crossed. I I've seen this a lot, not only in my personal life, but in my work environment. Someone's arms may be crossed, and a lot of people think, "Oh, they're angry. We should avoid them." No, that is not true. That is 100% not true. Someone crossed may have them crossed because they're introverted. They need to feel safe and secure. They need to feel like they're hugging themselves. That's also a reason why. When someone's angry, their arms are closed. That can only be determined by the tone of their voice, or the eye movement. That is that is the only way that I have personally experienced that. But if you really watch closely and someone's arms are crossed, watch for their tone in their eyes. That is the nonverbal ways that we give away communication with psychology. Now, the last thing I like to go over is the way that we can just treat others and be mindful. If someone is having a bad day and you're also having a bad day, it's nothing to get crazy about. It's important to be patient with other, and for the well-being of yourself and for others around you, take the time to self-care and take the time to really just adjust your feelings. And I know this is a lot easier said than done, but when you're frustrated and you're driving, it is so easy to just, you know, flip someone off, yell, scream, hit the wheel. But instead, try to deep breathe and really be mindful of that other person's well being. Because while you're getting angry of the person in front of you, someone behind you may have kids, they might be on the phone, they might have a lot going on, and they may not see you getting angry and slamming on your brakes. So they might just head for, and you know, their well being and their routine is completely thrown off guard. So is yours, and so is the person in front of you. To use the person in front of you. So keeping mindful of other people's well-being as well as your own is very important within the field of psychology, and just the daily, just your daily routine. Um, so the 3 points were, you know, psychology, communication, and the well-being, and just the overall informative speech was about psychology. But those are my 3 points that I think are most important to comprehend, is the just the overall like idea or idealism or methodology of psychology, the communication of how we bring about such thoughts and ideas, and the well-being of others. So I hope that you take something away from this video, and I appreciate you watching, and thank you very much.